Okay, so it's day 2 in the life of becoming a hospice chaplain. So here's one of the things that I want you to think about as you prepare for your next interview. And the question is your care practice, so how you deliver care, is it more clinical or more pastoral? And you want to ask the company you're interviewing with, what are they looking for in a chaplain? So you might be thinking to yourself, Leslie, what's the difference? And in an ideal world, you would want to hire somebody. You would want to be someone who is both. But the truth of the matter is none of us have all the gifts. And so you want to know what your care practice is like. So for me, I know that my care practice is more clinical. I approach things with evidence-based interventions. Someone who is more pastoral will approach interventions in a more pastoral way. So they will highly emphasize prayer. They will highly emphasize active presence. They will highly emphasize, silence as an intervention. And we all use those tools. However, someone like myself, those are not my go-to interventions. So my go-to interventions are rooted in evidence-based practices, things that are more therapeutic models. So things that live in a therapist's realm of things. So I pull from ACT, like acceptance and commitment therapy. I pull from motivational interviewing. I pull from PST. So all of these theoretical orientations, I pull from them. Notice my practice is informed by them. Not that I'm doing those practices specifically because I am not a therapist. But I come in with those types of interventions. So I'm looking to see, what do you value? That's really a very succinct way for me to say it. And this is also how I introduce myself to patients, families, when I'm calling. I'm looking to see what matters most to you right now. What has mattered to you for the majority of your life? And how you're coping with those things right now. Do you feel like your life is in alignment with that or not? How do you cope to this stage in your journey? And I use this whether I'm in hospice or if I'm working at the hospital, because you guys know I do both. It doesn't matter. It is my approach to patient care. And so my go-to interventions are going to be different than someone who is more pastoral. Now, it's not a right or a wrong way to do this, so don't get in my comments, because for y'all to be very spiritual people, y'all sure like to tussle. But so it's not about one being better than the other, but it is about knowing who you are, knowing what your training is, and how you approach care. So back to the question, you want to ask that in your hospice interview. When you're interviewing for a chaplain role, are you looking for someone who is more pastoral or one who is more clinical? And they'll probably try to hit you with the both. You got to push back a little bit. Gentle confrontation is also an intervention. We use it in life, not just with patients. And have them pick, so you'll know if you're a good fit there. All right, my loves, this was day 2. I'll be back tomorrow for the final one, day 3. Talk to you soon. Grace and peace, friend.